All right, next up, ladies and gentlemen, we have mixed martial arts over three-minute rounds of action, as sponsored by AJ Force and CBD. Would you welcome first, into the red corner, representing Blackbeard MMA in Slough, Kashaan Khan. And would you welcome his opponent into the blue corner, representing the Knowsley Academy London, Kyle Willans. 3 3-minute rounds of MMA action. And in the red corner, representing Blackbeard MMA Slough, Kashaan Khan. And in the blue corner, representing Knowsley Academy London, Kyle Willans.
Up next we have a featherweight MMA bout, Kashaan Khan from Blackbeard MMA against Kyle Willans of the Knowsley Academy in London. This is Blackbeard MMA versus Knowsley Academy again. Haven't seen Sean Fraser of the Knowsley Academy defeat Imi Asgar earlier on via knockout. Let's see if Kashaan Khan can restore some pride for his teammate and his team. Well, already we've got Willans who's looking to take the back of Kashaan. Kashaan went for a takedown for the single leg, and Willans is keeping it up nicely. Kashaan needs to be careful not to give his back.
And the first thing I noticed with them both is that at the weight, Kyle looks so much bigger and stronger.
He is. I think from what I recall from when I was doing a bit of research, one of his last few fights were at welterweight, so he's dropped down considerable amount of weight for this bout, and he does generally, he looks like the bigger guy, the bigger thighs. And Kashaan, I think he normally walks around at featherweight.
Well, you saw Kashaan there went for the little trip there, but as you mentioned, it was Kashaan that initiated, but Kyle was quick to assert his authority and show that power up against the cage wire. And here he goes with his own trip here. There's that strength, Shahid.
Lovely judo throw there. He's got Kashaan up against the cage. What Kashaan Khan needs to do, he needs to let go and look to work out. And I tell you what, Willans is doing a great job of keeping his weight down and keeping his man grounded.
And with this side control, I was just about to say, he can drive those knees into the body, which are legal to the body, not to the head. And as you said, there's that strength, there's that control from the side here. Big start to the round from Willans.
Yeah, Kashaan Khan's no stranger to fighting at 66 kilos, in all honesty, and he has come up against opposition who is
looking
bigger
for the
than
crucifix
him.
here, Sheet.
Yeah, I mean the weight advantage is certainly playing its part here in this bout, and Willans is all over Kashaan Khan here. Khan doing a good job in trying to scramble and get out of that position, but the crucifix position, as you know, Malcolm, is probably one of the hardest positions to get out of, and it's normally a power move you've got to do to get yourself out of there.
Try to use the cage wire with his feet there, but as you said, Shade, it's the control here from this position of Kyle Willans, who looks a powerhouse at the weight.
Must have cut a lot of weight. I mean, I saw him in his previous bout. He looked really heavy. He looked like he was carrying a lot of weight there. This is certainly the weight category he should be competing in, as he clearly as he's clearly showing. Khan needs to work the deep underhook try to work out, but Willans has got, he's got top pressure, he's got his shoulder pinned down, stopping Khan from pummeling or anything. But what Khan really needs to do is lock his man up, tie his man up.
Well, he managed to deflect that awful crucifix position, but he found from the moment he attempted the takedown exactly what he's up against here, Shade. And it's a tough call for him in terms of, just as you said, the strength and the comfort at the weight of Willans.
You're right there, Malcolm. Kashaan Khan, he's going to have to think of another plan here, because being a wrestler, in all his previous MMA fights, he's 2-0 at A-class MMA, and he normally goes for the takedown. He likes to wrestle and the ground and pound, but he's up against a different kind of fighter now. The fighter in front of him, strong, he's heavy, so he's going to have to revert his tactics and think of someone else. Khan's corner, they should be telling him to maybe try the stand-up department. We know the Nosy Academy are well versed in Muay Thai, Malcolm.
Yeah, it's a tough call for Kashaan Khan here. As I said, because the Nosy Academy, as we rightly said, are very well known for their impeccable Thai background. But as we're seeing here today, transitioning into a new arena, and at the moment successfully.
Certainly right there. I like to see Kashaan Khan maybe test the chin of Willans here. But Willans can't wait to go. Look at the look on his face.
Well, he's had nothing but encouragement for that opening round.
He knows he's one round up unofficially, and he just wants to get on with it.
And he's even got time to banter with the crowd there. That's how confident he's feeling. Somebody shouted something at him, he just shook his head no with a big smile.
Both fighters come in with big leg kicks to start off the second round.
And as you said, I think the corner has said to Kashaan, try it upright. I think they've listened to you, Shade, and it's the right tactic, isn't it? Let's have a look what he's got upstairs.
Khan needs to be careful though. He needs to be a bit more technical in his striking.
But also, as you saw there when he tried for the lockup, you revert under pressure to type. He's a wrestler. He immediately reverted to try get the body lock. And it's a tough call for him, full stop here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it's natural for Kashaan to go for the body lock and try working the takedown in that position. And obviously, this is what Willans is looking for. He's looking for him to clinch with him.
And look at the head pressure there from Willans as well.
I think Khan needs to sort of not eat too many knees here in this position. Look to pummel, to get the underhook.
And we're talking about an area of the game that you know so well, because there were so many times you were that man putting the pressure on, and there was a couple that I commentated on where, unbelievably, you were the man under pressure. So you've been on both sides of that coin, haven't you?
That's right, Malcolm, yeah, and it's nice being against the cage, okay, because you can work your defense and pick your moment, but at the same time, you have to constantly grind when you've got your man against the cage. So look for that takedown. But Kashaan Khan coming back strong here in the striking department.
This is better from Khan. As Shahid Hussain said, he's got to try a plan B. And to his credit, he is really going for that plan B.
I don't know why, if maybe Willans is trying to conserve some energy, but he's certainly slowed down a notch here now. He did so in his previous fight at a higher weight category. Let's see if Kashaan Khan can take advantage of this. I know that, I can tell you, being a wrestler, Kashaan has got attacked for days.
And now it's a different thing. When you've softened your man up with the strikes upright and everything, then maybe go for that takedown.
Yeah, Willans needs to cage walk up now and get up, but Kashaan needs to keep him down. He needs to keep his weight on him. He needs to be careful of the guillotine choke though. Get in a position so Willans can't lock it up. Willans catching his breath back here, but the man scoring is Kashaan Khan. But he's going to have to move his position, change his position up quickly before the referee sort of stops in and asks him for more action.
Yes, it's a different Kashaan Khan in the second round. Excellent tactics and working in his favour. And that upright exchanges seem to work in his favour for this takedown.
Yeah,
good mount.
Well, he needs to get those hooks in to avoid that, and unfortunately couldn't capitalise on the mount position. I think what Kashaan really needs to do is lock those hooks in it just as Willans went to turn.
What a second round though, what a turnaround. We saw still at the end there the strength of Willans. But Kashaan Khan has really asked him questions now in this second round.
Yeah, Willans is certainly going to have to think of not just using strength there, because he looks a lot more tired now. Kashaan, he's seen his opponent tire. He's got that takedown. He got into a dominant position, and that's going to give him so much more confidence going into the third round.
And he won the upright as well in the second, quite convincingly.
He did, yeah. I think again, Willans. I don't know whether he was conserving some energy or he was just comfortable, just holding his hands up and blocking, but he was getting caught.
Now, in the first 2 rounds, Willans allowed Khan to initiate the takedowns, then capitalise. After getting stung like that upright, would you in his corner suggest saying, take down the wrestler?
Yeah, I think that he's certainly going to have to. But saying that, as we said earlier, the Nosey Academy, they made a great account of them so far. Do they really want to? Do they really want to go for the takedown against the wrestler? I'm sure Willans is. He studied Kashaan and he knows what to expect. But I think this is down to now who wants it the most, who's got the cardio in the gas tank, and technically who can dominate when they're in the dominant positions.
Because I think, like me, you've got it around a piece on your unofficial scorecard. I know I have.
Well, we're into the third round now. Both fighters are embracing. Let's see who takes this.
Jumps with the knee, Kyle Willans. But you can see Kashaan is happy to stand with him now and happy to test him upright.
Kashaan needs to set his hands up with his legs though, and there doesn't seem too much power there because he's not exactly, planting the feet to, go for the knockout. It's more to sort of make Willans react more than anything.
I was just about to say, if it stays like this, the timing of a takedown will be key in this round, but that was a good knee from Khan. Right hand from Willans, and that left roundhouse just clipped Kashaan Khan. He's got to be careful.
Well, Kashaan's throwing, a couple of those jabs have landed and they've knocked Willans' head back. He wants to be careful not to leave that neck in there, Kashaan Khan, because the guillotine is there for Willans. Lovely double attempt, but unfortunately, Willans has done exactly what he should be doing, sprawled beautifully there, and Kashaan needs to change his position quickly because he could quickly find himself back in that same position as he was in the first round.
This was the thing I was alluding to, Shahid, was the timing of his takedown in the second round was after a really good upright exchange that he won. He's got to be careful, as we said, with the strength of Willans when he decides and how he initiates those takedowns.
I mean, that shot was considerably way out as well, so it gave Willans the time to sprawl. If he wants to set up the shot, he needs to close the distance with the hand, with the fake, and change the level a lot quicker.
That said, he's still, for me, edging these upright exchanges. He's getting through there.
We'll see there. He faked the shot. He knows exactly what Willans is expecting. Willans, hands down. Both fighters look tired. They're both going toe-to-toe now, but they've got to be careful not to get caught in that war there, because each can cancel each other's strengths out.
Now, for me, just at the moment, I know he's saying he's got a groin shot there, and Perry, our referee, saying it was legitimate, but that was a heavy right hand from Willans.
Kashaan needs to be careful not to stand in one place there, because he's going to be a target practice there for Willans. Kashaan really needs to drive here for that takedown if you want to score points in the judges' eyes here. Willans is tired, he's just leaning on his man here.
Yeah, leaning down on him, trying to put the weight on him here. There's that single leg attempt.
I mean, when you're tired, trying to get in that position, especially when Willans got the crossface.
Well, the last 10 seconds has been a superb battle between these two. And this is going to be ultra close.
This is certainly, I'd hate to be the judges in this fight. I mean, both guys gave it all in the cage.
We always say though, and you've been, as I said, this is your game, you've been so experienced in it. It can depend on what you're judging. That's just showmanship before they put the pen marks down. What they're looking for, because all the judges, even though they're MMA, will have different disciplines and they look for different things. And this is when you say, you always worry when you have to leave it to the judges. The three judges at cage side, varying disciplines, this could go either way.
This could certainly can. I think personally, unofficially, it's going to go to the person who was the most aggressive in the third round. Again, so hard to tell.
Some appreciation for both fighters, please. Both here to put on the show for you guys, and they didn't disappoint.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me just reiterate what Adam said. Both these young men gave us one of the bouts of the night tonight, so let's hear it for both of them, please. And it is reflected in the judging. Our judges cannot separate them. This is a draw. And our trophies presented by Jam Jar, our sponsors.